If you are that person who does not want anything which they do not already have, if that is you, I am genuinely envious of you. And can I say, just stay there. You don't need any of this. You already have everything which you could ever want. Today is going to be a bit more raw than any other day. My words have escaped me. That's why I'm going to read from my notes. I've gotten into the habit the last few days of just noting down thoughts. What I wrote down about 20 minutes ago, I think perfectly addresses this scenario. Words. Sometimes they come flowing. Other times I find them hard to come by. Today is one of those days. I hate that all of these letters seem to be so negative. Surely not all my days can be as shite as I am making them out to be. Is that just a reflection of my life at the moment? Or am I not quite the optimistic, cheery person I think I am? Now, that's quite raw. I'm not seeking sympathy. What I'm seeking is to be genuine today. I'm going to be as genuine as I can be. Yesterday, I made a video about my move to New Zealand, how I was desperate, how I was in a peculiar position. Back in 2023, when I decided to make the move to New Zealand, it almost became an obsession. It was the thing I thought of every single day, from waking up until going to bed. I would wake up at 4 a.m. excited to read my emails, excited to see whether something has bitten, whether an employer perhaps came back to me wanting to offer me employment. I would, in between meetings at work, take a pause before I had to go to the next client and review my emails. It was the very thing I dreamt of every single day. I ended up getting employment and I lived the dream. I lived the dream for a while. Then my obsession turned elsewhere. Then my obsession turned to Australia. Last year, in February, I made my intentions clear that I wanted to go to Australia. Similar to 2023, it became my obsession. I dreamt about it. I couldn't turn my mind off it, in desperate pursuit of that thing. That thing being going to Australia. That thing being securing the job title. Coming to Sydney has always been the dream. And the day arrived. September that year, I moved to Australia, and the first 4 months was like a genuine dream come true. And then slowly but surely, that dream of mine turned into a nightmare. The dream turned into a nightmare because of many reasons, and those reasons aren't Australia. The dream turned sour because of other reasons, and reasons I won't go into. But as I sit here today, I quite literally feel trapped. You see, the very thing that I dreamt of, the thing that I was obsessed about, the thing that I couldn't wait to achieve, that I quite literally gave up a year of my life sacrificing in order to achieve, that dream turned into a nightmare. And I do feel trapped. I feel empty. I feel gassed. I feel like there's no escape, even though there is an escape. Won't go into that, but the exit is in sight. But day to day, it genuinely feels a drag. So that's where I'm at today. A saying comes to mind, and it's an age-old saying that almost seems trite to repeat, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Was I misguided in my dreams? Maybe. Was my priorities in the wrong place? Quite possibly. If I were to self-diagnose the reason for all of this going south, it is that my intentions were in the wrong place. See, all those years back, I valued status and I valued job titles and career advancement over the things I had at that moment. Those things being a loving family, supportive parents, siblings, friends, a feeling of feeling home. I valued the job title above all of that. It feels like an empty pursuit. Having achieved it, it feels pointless. And so, this is my call to you. If you look to your right and look to your left and you find loving parents and supportive friends and family, I think that is the greatest blessing of them all. Now, had I told myself way back then that that was the case, I probably wouldn't believe myself, to be honest. I had to burn my fingers to learn my lesson. I had to experience it first in order for me to learn my lesson. Does that mean I've learned my lesson? I have my doubts. I'm a human. I have human inklings, and this new pursuit may just be another empty pursuit. It may just be another empty desire. Because, consistent to what I've been saying all this time, if my intentions were misguided, surely then I can just go back to loving friends and family and supportive whatever. But you know what? I probably will go back, and I probably will find a new objective and chase that and look past what I have in this moment. And so at that intersection, without landing on a resolution, I want to end my video today in saying that I guess we will always chase what we do not have and always undervalue that which we already do have. And that's a shame. I secretly admire those people who don't desire to have anything that they do not already have, because that, I believe, is the ultimate final destination. You can get everything you could ever want in one of two ways. Either you can go about achieving those things, buying the thing, getting the job title, getting the relocation, buying the car. You can go about obtaining the thing you want. Or the second way is to not want everything which you do not already have. I believe the first pursuit is an empty pursuit. I believe the first pursuit is a thirst that will never be quenched. Whereas the second one is whole. It is whole because if you are that person who does not want anything which they do not already have, automatically then you possess everything you could ever want. If that is you, I am genuinely envious of you. And can I say, just stay there. You don't need any of this. You don't need the job title. You don't need the location. You don't need glamorous beaches and fancy cars and fast Wi-Fi and a big mansion and all of that. You need none of that. You already have everything which you could ever want. Anyways, that is it for today. I am quite an optimistic person. I am quite cheery and chatty, but I am going through something, and it is something which I have no immediate control over, and that's difficult. I am looking forward to being able to look back at this period of my life in a few years and trying to make sense of it all, trying to make sense of this season of my life. Adios, amigos. I'll catch you tomorrow.